Under the CFBHN leadership, we applied with the Department of Children and Families for a Healthy Transition grant. Healthy Transitions provides what's called wraparound services. What it does is it brings services to the children, to their families, and provides them what they need rather than a cookie cutter, you have to go to a clinic approach. It reaches out to children in the ways that they can respond to. We know that our kids use social media. We know that they text all the time, they Instagram all the time, those kind of things. And so the program is designed to engage kids and families in that way, as well as to allow them to become peers in the program and start designing the things that we use to reach out, so that they're not just considered a client or a patient, they're actually a participant that start helping other people as well.
The impetus, in essence, for this grant are people that are in transition. So the population served needs to be between 16 and 25. And that's really that really rough time when you're still growing up.
The focus of the grant is to provide services to youth and young adults who are at risk of or living with a serious mental illness.
When we all got together and wrote the grant, we decided what we would do is we would really practice a set of values. And those values are system of care values, which was family and young adult driven and guided, being community based, and being culturally and linguistically competent. Putting them into practice means that we really meet folks where they are and what they're dealing with. They're the ones that guide their lives and their services. We're there to assist them.
My goal with the program is to make sure that while the staff are working to achieve great outcomes, that we maintain a great relationship with our project officer. And we have been very successful in that, and keeping them abreast of changes with funding or getting approval to spend the funding.
Talk about those issues and then dig deep into the roots of it, right? Where they come from, and then how can we as a group take action and create change.
We have a youth coordinator, and we have also youth peers, and they are folks with lived experience.
Approximately 50% of our staff are young adults themselves. So I think that is really a phenomenal thing, because they're able to engage with the young adults in a way that a traditional service model does not. And I think that is definitely one of our strengths, that they understand the process and they're able to connect with them.
The peers are folks, again, also with lived experience, and they really work much more one-on-one with the youth and young adults that we work with, but real hands-on functional stuff.
I recently had a young adult actually graduate from high school. But I think about 2 weeks ago, we were on the verge of her not making it. She started with a 1.6 in December, and she made it all the way up to 2.0, and she was able to walk across stage. It was like a last-minute thing. They didn't tell her till the day before, but that was a big success story.
But I remember our first canoeing trip was a trip because it was just different young adults hanging out together on the water, talking about real stuff, and it was fun, and we all got wet, and it was very adventurous, very exciting for everybody involved.
The youth and young adults don't have to always come to Suncoast. Actually, most of the time they don't come to Suncoast. We go to wherever is most convenient for them, be it a park near their house or a Starbucks near their house, anything that's more comfortable for them, or their home. Whatever is most comfortable and convenient for them, we'll go to them. It's very different than anything that Suncoast has ever seen.
It helps you become a better person, and unlike most programs, they actually care about what you have to say, and they actually listen to what you say.
Making sure that the programs are welcoming, that it really is a no wrong door, that whoever knocks on your door, no matter what's going on with them, you go, hey, welcome, we can help you. We can link you to the appropriate service or whatever is going to meet your need at that point in time.
they are within the age range of our target population. So we're looking at young adults essentially providing services to youth and young adults.
I was killing myself, and it was killing me at the same time, to the point where I just had to stop and come to this group help me.
Bent Not Broken is it's a beautiful group. I see it as a mosaic, a lot of different people, different stories, different backgrounds, and we make up this beautiful art piece.
Bent Not Broken means to me, it's like our own personal family from family, because we have some of the similar problems, but if we don't have the same problem, we all have something in common.
We all have problems in our lives, some greater than others, some not as serious, but we're able to talk about them, help each other out, give advice, take criticism, and not feel judged by anyone.
Socially, it's a little bit hard to be accepted and to find other people to accept you, but here we all accept each other. We're accepting each other every single day, every single week, every time that we need something to vent about or someone to vent to.
When you use drugs, you're sacrificing your willpower, and your willpower is what makes you as a person. It's what makes me me, it's what makes you you.
I come here every week mainly as an escape. You know, if I'm having a bad day at school, if I'm just having a bad day in general with my emotions, if I'm just kind of struggling with some inner demons or something like that, it kind of gives me an opportunity to let things go and leave my problems at the door and, you know, come to a safe space for me where I can share those problems with people who relate to them, who understand them, and don't look at them as being, you know, odd or too weird. It's kind of a place where people can, you know, share the problems that they go through without fear of judgment.
I believe it's a platform, a safe place where we can come together and talk about real life, real stuff, anywhere between praises to the struggle.
Bent Not Broken means that no matter what is going on in your life, things will happen and it may weigh you down, it may get the best of you for that moment, but you can rebound. You can bounce back and you can come back better than you were before.
To me personally, it means, you know, sometimes there's bad weather, there's thunderstorms, whatever, and the tree will bend. And it's not broken. It's, you go through rough times and you just bend with whatever's coming at you. You don't just break apart. You deal with it, you grow from it, and you just keep going.
Essentially, it's about getting engaged with services and really assisting them in assessing their own needs and their own goals, and assisting them in coming up with a plan that they think is going to work best.
We help out 16 to 25-year-olds, mental health crisis, substance abuse, they've experienced trauma, thoughts of suicide, those type of things. And so we connect them, specifically Pinellas, to Suncoast for that program.
So the thing that makes me most proud is knowing that it's not about an agency, an adult, a service doing something for anyone. It's about helping people grow their own strengths and grow their own tools to help themselves. And that's truly the most rewarding part of this job.
Recently that the brothers did not get along, they were running away a lot, there's a lot of dysfunction in the family, but recently we've heard that they've been getting along much better. They played the first video game together, which has never happened before apparently. That was a big step for them, and their mother called us and reported that. That was very helpful for them to be connected with Healthy Transitions.
We're hoping through our 2-on-1 lines and the excellent collaborations that we have with Success for Kids and Central Florida Behavioral Health Network that we'll be able to join forces in the Hillsborough community with mental health providers as well and get these young people to safe haven, that they're at least stabilized, they are able to meet their existing needs so that crisis is abated. It's really encouraging to then be part of a program that says, no, we're going to change that mentality. We're going to combat the stigma that comes along with mental health. We're going to say that you can attain self-sufficiency even though these challenges exist in your life, and we're going to be there for you.
When our callers call in, some of the times they come in a state of crisis, They feel lost, they're confused, they don't know where to go to, where to turn to, and we try our best to de-escalate the situation, calm them down, make them feel good about what they're doing, and encourage them that they did the right decision for calling us.
What I would like to see for this program is that it becomes almost like a recipe for success for youth and young adults, that we're able to take our program and expand it throughout the state and hopefully throughout the country and take it even further.
So I think that the thing that has so far, I think, been probably most successful with them is the fact that we not only look at their needs and their needs really holistically, but also we really look a lot at what their strengths are, what their talents are, and what their preferences are. And the plans are developed around those strengths, talents, and preferences along to be able to help out with their needs.
The goals, I would like to see a lot of youth be connected with us in the community. They stay committed to school, staying in their jobs, getting stable housing, better relationships with their parents, their friends, just increasing the positive roles in their life.
I just think it's just so rewarding to see somebody completely go from down here to, to reach their potential and want more, and then want to help other people do the same thing.
If people come back, and even if they're out of other funding age groups and all like that, we really like to try to say, well, why don't you go here or try that kind of thing. It's hard not to do that, quite frankly.
We're able to create something that meets these youth and young adults on multiple levels, not just mental health or substance abuse, but returning to the workforce, graduating from high school, finding employment, that we're able to meet their needs to the point of where it's the go-to program, where once they hit 16, they're looking for healthy transitions.